From the coupe to the short wheelbase to now the long wheelbase, this special SEL was used by heads of states, dictators, and everybody in a position of power. Ravi, can you please tell us something about this very special historic car?
Dana, so you've already seen the SEC, which is the coupe version of the 126 platform. What you see here is a long wheelbase version, what was nomenclatured as the SEL. There was almost no other car in the world that you'd want to be on the rear seat of. Even today, 30 odd years later, this one's a Gen 1, as you can make out from the ripped cladding on the side of the doors. Sit in this today and the ride quality, the quality of the build, the way it feels when you're sitting inside, will rival the best cars today. Remember, this was an S-Class back then. It was Mercedes' flagship. There was almost no better way to travel on the road than in a long wheelbase 126 sedan. This particular car that you look at, Stavan will cover in detail later in terms of the work they've done. Interiors have been restored to absolutely original spec with leather. The car's had its bodywork done. The chrome is still in absolutely pristine condition. This particular car has a 380 engine. So which means it was a V8, an 8-cylinder in a V configuration, which makes it fantastic to drive, as you know.
Absolutely.
Mercedes made engines on the 126 starting from the inline 6s. The 260s, the 280s were the smallest, then the 300s. The 380 onwards were actually the V8s. So the 380, the 420, the 500 and the 560 were all V8 engines at that time. Even today, and I mentioned earlier, I've driven my 380 SEC from Bombay outwards. It's an absolute joy on the highway. I'd give an arm and a leg today to take this car and drive it from Bombay to Delhi. This particular car, and there's another 280 SE in the workshop, belong to the same family. And that should tell you something. They've owned this car for a number of years. Stavan will talk more about that. They're absolute joys even today. When you sit in a modern S-Class, you can very clearly identify with why this particular car is the rightful predecessor to those cars.
Correct. Thank you, Ravi. We have Stavan here, who heads the Churchgate facility and is an expert on body and paint. Stavan, can you please tell us something about the gorgeous work you've done on this?
Diana. So this particular car, apart from restoring at one of our facilities, also has a short history to it. The owner wanted to gift this car to his dad, which actually belonged to his father, and the car was not in a very great shape when it arrived at our Churchgate facility. So we have restored this car right from bare metal, like all other cars that we restore at our Churchgate facility. We have also done quite a few mechanical components to it, and this owner particularly wanted everything period specific to this car. So right, if you see in the upholstery section inside the interiors also, every stitch, every bits and pieces, every design that you see is actually what has come with the car when it was brand new and delivered from the showroom. Even if you see the paint shade, the body line level, the alignment and everything, we have ensured, we have done a lot of work on it, and it is actually at factory spec when it was delivered. So we have taken this to that level. We also have something called as a DFT meter in our workshop, where we measure the thickness of paint that is sprayed and applicated on every panel. So with that, we ensure that there is uniformity of paint and different layers of paint that go across when the car or a particular body panel is restored. So as you see at the end of it, this is the result of the entire restoration of almost around 4 to 6 months that have gone behind this car. The results are in front of you. She's absolutely factory spec and will be handed over to the owner very soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Stavan, for taking us through this amazingly detailed job that you've done on this car. So Stavan is now going to tell us about this W110 Fintail. That was the first ever car that was restored at the Churchgate facility. As you can see, it is in immaculate condition, both on the outside and the inside.
Thank you, Diana, once again. So just like the 380 SEL, even this car has a short history to it. This car, as you see, is currently in the original factory shade that had come when the car was brand new. So this owner had restored this somewhere at a non-genuine workshop some time back, but he wasn't happy with the work done. So he came to us with a request that he wants this period correct and he wants this actual shade that had come with the car when it was brand new. So you'll be surprised, this is a water based paint, and we specifically gave this shade code to Asian PPG and requested the R&D division to develop this shade in that period specific code. And we have even on this car gone to bare metal and chassis to restore everything. And as Perseus sir has mentioned in the past, this is the first car of Mercedes-Benz where the crumple zones were introduced. So even they have been fully restored on this car. We have also done a lot of mechanical work in this car. Even if you see, the interiors also have been restored to its original factory spec. And this was the first car, as you've rightly said, that we restored at our Churchgate facility.
Absolutely, it looks exquisite.
Yes,
Thank you, Stavan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Solanki, for agreeing to demonstrate the welding process here. Welding happens to be the key highlight of Shaman Service Center.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, I will tell you one thing is what we are doing is supposed to be one of the latest technologies what we are using in welding. It is supposed to be using MIG weldings. We do not do gas welding as such. That's acetylene oxide welding, which has been done everywhere in the local workshop I've seen, and which corrodes the metal part very soon. So what we do is MIG welding as such, where there is no corrosion, the life of the metal also increases into that. That is what we are doing, and we are using one of the most expensive wires also, known as Kusi 2 wire, which is a mixture of alloys as such, so that special rusting does not happen. This is after doing the priming and all. What we do is the complete leveling of the metal or the paint work as such. If you see, we have got this black dust cover onto this, which gives you exactly when we finish it, if there is any unevenness, it will always show the black part in there. So to get the level of the car, this is one of the most important things to do, where we do the preparation for paint finish as such. So before painting, this preparation is a must, and this is very highly recommended, which I'm sure most of them, they would not happily doing it on that.
I see.
Because they cut down on the processes as such.
Right.
But we, unfortunately for us, we are doing on the best process. After this, I will take you to the process of how do we paint into this part over there as such.
That's great.
Yeah, here you can see what is the paint process what we are doing, which is one of the finest paints we are using, which is recommended by Mercedes-Benz, and we follow their standard as such. Also, we demonstrate to you exactly how the painting is done. We are doing it through 3 stages as such. We put 2 coats of paint, 2 coats of lacquer, which is also one of the rarest things people do on this hill.
My name is Anosh Shroff. I am a lawyer. I have a 230 SL Pagoda and a 220E W124. The 124 just comes for normal servicing to Shaman once in a while, but the 230 SL has been under restoration for some time. It's a ground up restoration. We changed the color, we attended to all the rust, etc. Now the engine is being done, and I've been extremely happy with the way Solanki and Amar have assisted me, and it's an iconic car, and I would have not given it to anyone else other than a Mercedes authorized dealership to do my car. I hope it comes out well. It's already won a few prizes in the February 21 gun salute, but it's still not fully restored, so now I'm hoping to get it back by November.